So, what if I told you that you could go viral on YouTube without ever showing your face or even saying a single word? Well, today, we're going to break down an unbelievably simple format that's done exactly that, pulling in millions upon millions of views, all from a super basic at-home setup.
Let's just start with this number, because it's pretty wild. 51 million. That's how many views a single faceless YouTube short got. I mean, that's just a staggering figure that makes you stop and think, how on earth did that happen?
And yeah, those views, they're not just for show. They translate directly into cash. That one video, the one with 51 million views, earned its creator about 65,000 rupees. That's over 750 bucks from one short video.
So that's the big question, isn't it? What is this mystery content? And more importantly, what's the formula that makes it blow up like this? All right, let's pull back the curtain.
The guy who cracked this code is Anuj Kumar, and he figured out a system so repeatable, so effective, that he managed to get his entire channel monetized in just 22 days. It just goes to show you, you don't need a fancy studio, you just need a really clever idea. Okay, so here's how we're going to break this whole thing down. First, we're going to unpack that viral formula. Then, we'll look at the surprisingly simple at-home studio setup. After that, we'll dive into the real magic, the edit. And finally, we'll look at the strategy from the moment you hit upload to when the earnings start rolling in. So what is this content? Get this. It's oddly satisfying videos of someone crushing colorful kinetic sand with a hammer. And inside each one, a little hidden toy is revealed. That's it. That's the whole thing. It's simple, it's visual, and boy, is it effective. So what's going on in our brains here? Well, it's all about something called the curiosity gap. You see that colorful sand mold, you hear the tap of the hammer, and your brain just has to know what's hidden inside. That suspense, plus that satisfying crunch, it keeps you glued to the screen until the very end. And that high watch time, that's exactly what the YouTube algorithm absolutely loves to see. Now, you'd probably think for millions of views, you need some high-tech professional gear, right? Nope. The reality is way simpler. This clean, almost cinematic top-down shot is done with a super low-budget setup you could easily build yourself. The secret sauce here is that stable top-down angle. A cheap little stand, maybe 300 rupees, held down with a couple of bricks so it doesn't wobble. That's all you need for that perfect shot. Then, you just fill up your little molds, stick a toy inside, and hit record. It's that straightforward. But you know, just shooting the video is only half the battle. The real secret, the thing that turns this from a simple clip into viral gold, happens in post-production. This is where the magic really kicks in. And here's a huge piece of the puzzle, straight from the creator himself. That super crisp, satisfying thwack of the hammer, it's not the real sound from the recording. It's a sound effect, added in later, timed perfectly to create the biggest possible impact. So the entire audio experience is basically built from scratch. He mutes the original video sound completely, gets rid of all the background noise, then he layers in those punchy sound effects for the action, and the final touch, he slaps on a trending song right before uploading to get the algorithm's attention. It's a full-on sonic construction. So here's the workflow. First, he brings the footage into an editor and speeds it up to keep the pace really quick and punchy. Then he does a color grade to make those sand colors just pop off the screen. Next, he mutes the original audio and carefully layers in his own sound effects. He even adds these fun little animated mouths on the sand for personality. And that final step, adding the trending music, happens right inside the YouTube app when he uploads. Okay, so your video is shot, it's edited, it looks and sounds amazing. Now what? How do you actually turn that into a viral hit that pays the bills? Well, it all comes down to a really consistent and smart upload strategy. This isn't just random luck, it's a blueprint. He posts at very specific times every day. He chooses a broad category like entertainment. The titles and hashtags are super simple, nothing fancy. And crucially, he always piggybacks on a trending sound from the Shorts library. All these little things send signals to the algorithm to push his content out to a massive global audience. And if you're wondering if this blueprint actually works, 22 days. That's how long it took Anuj to meet all the requirements to monetize his channel. This isn't some long, slow grind. This is a formula built for speed. So, let's just boil it all down. The success here is no accident. It's a perfect storm. You've got a simple, satisfying visual hook, you've got that powerful curiosity gap that makes people need to see the end, and you've got the strategic, carefully crafted sound design that makes the whole thing pop.
And that really brings us to the final thought here. This creator used kinetic sand and some cheap little toys, but the principles, that curiosity, that satisfaction, the smart editing, those are universal. So the real question is, what's sitting around your house right now that you could turn into the next big thing?